myself Professor P.M. Divakar, working as assistant professor in NTC department in Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Hyderabad, Ganji. So today we are going to see the different communal conflicts in the Indias. So let us see one by one. So communalization in India. So there are different communities like Hindu, Muslim, communalisms, Hindu Sikh communalisms, ethnic violence. So incidents of the communal riots. So measures to meet the communalisms. So to measure the communalizations, that is initiating the process of decommunalizing the people at all levels, say by bringing home to them that communal assumptions are false, by explaining to them the socio-economics and political roots of communalisms, and by telling them that what the communalists protects as the problems are not the real problems, and what they suggest as the remedies are not the real remedies. So communalizations of the states and the political elites in the power has to be checked because it leads to inaction against communal violence and convert or overt political and ideological supports to communalisms by the state apparatuses, including the media under state control. The communalizations of the civil society, it also needs to be checked because it leads to more communal rewards and other forms of communal violence. People with communal ideas and ideologies pressurizes the government to act in a manner which is always against the principle of secularisms. Next one, the role of education, the particularly emphasizing on the value oriented educations both in schools and colleges or universities. So it is important in preventing the communal feelings. So in educational based on the traditional cultural ideologies, it can protect the young peoples from the philosophies and ideologies of the hate. The media can also prove to be significant in preventing the communal feelings. Communal press can be banned and legal actions can be taken against the communal writers. So the ideologies that can economic development, industrializations, growth of capitalism and the growth of working class would automatically weaken and ultimately eliminate communalism should not be overplayed. So the economic reductionist approach of the left parties and organizations like Naxalities only encourages the communal violence. So communal violence is more prevalent in the developed places. So what are the steps to handle the communal violence? So there are some different steps. Number one, quick and appropriate decisions by the administrations. So after identify the types, stage and the gravity of the disturbance, it must take the immediate actions to mitigate the losses and to proactive to requisitions and move the resources and detain personnel with the provocative behaviors. Next one, the police forces, especially trained for the purpose, must be prompt deployed in adequate numbers of requisite equipments and the proper gear to handle the situations at the physical as well as the emotional level. Next one, the proper delegations of the responsibilities and the authority must be defined so that no one looks over the shoulder at the time of the crisis. So it is also very important to hold the person in charge accountable for any misgivings or overreach of authority. Again, during the outbreak of the riots, the local people must be regularly kept updated regarding the prevailing situations through the various form of medias and which must be controlled to ensure it does not aggravate the situation further. The prior to the actual build-up of tension, licensed weapons such as revolver, guns, and corrosive material must be seized. Ensure the protection of the identity and the security of the informer and witnesses to encourage more and more people to come forward. Next one, the states must maintain the emergency funds for the procurement of the basic items such as medicines and food or for compensating the losses of the peoples. Next one, the law and the order is a state subject. However, during an exigency like communal riots, the district collector may not be able to control the situations effectively at panchayat and block level. Hence, the panchayat means the sarpanch, and he should be given the magisterial powers and bestowed with the justification duties to stop the spreading of the communal tensions. Next, the states must be proactive to stock the required items in adequate quantities and supply without delay, such as blankets, napkins, syringes, soaps, sanitary pads, medicines, bandage, scissors, food, water, books, stationery items, kitchen items, etc. Next one, the safety and the security of the most vulnerable sections, for example, women's, children's, old, and infirm, must be the top most priorities. Next one, the election commission should closely watch the public speeches and parliamentary addresses of leaders and serve the notices or file FIR against anyone who makes provocative statements in the relation to the communal riots incidents. Next one is the cyber police should be watchful of posts which is made in the social media and websites which is carrying any provocative contents with the aim of spreading communal tensions and bring to the book such as peoples. Next one, what are the communal harmonies? So there are some communal harmonies. So what is communal harmony? So communal harmony is a necessary for every nations. So only if there is a peace and harmony in the country can it grow. India is known for communal harmony which has to be maintained. and India is known to maintain the communal harmony even as the people of different religions and caste reside here, and it is known for its secular ways. So the communal harmony is the hallmark of democracy in country governed by the rule of laws. Next one, the national foundation of the communal harmonies, that is the NFCH. So national foundation of communal harmony is observing the communal harmony campaign and fundraising week from 19th to 25th November, and the flag days as celebrate with the enthusiasm and favor. So in response to the appeal made by the National Foundation of Communal Harmony, the programs were organized by the different stakeholders, including education institutes, public sectors, enterprises, government departments, agencies, NGOs, and voluntary organizations, etc. And during the week, to promote the ethos of communal harmony and national integration. Next one, the week's last working days is observed as a flag day throughout the country. So next one is the 10 beautiful stories of communal harmonies that restored our faith in humanity and our country. So let us see. So next one, first one is we had to look around very little in order to find beautiful examples of religious harmony in India today. Next one, where the people from the different faiths come together in the spirit of humanity, and which is celebrating India's diversity and rich heritage of tolerance. So here are 10 examples of friendships, loves, selflessness by people of different allegiances towards those from other backgrounds than theirs. So they are bound to restore your faith in humanity and your country. So let us see one by one. Number one, when Hindus and Muslims shared some moment of grief together. The Hindu and Muslim residents of Sendwa town in Barwani district of Madhya Pradesh came together to cremate 75-old-year Sitaram, who had no family members left behind. So people from both the communities attended his funeral ceremony and cremated him with the full honor. Next one, when Muslims paid respect to the Hindu martyr. So these are the mosque in the Malappuram city of Kerala continues with the tradition of celebrating an 18th century Hindu martyr even today. His name was Kunhelu, and he is a respected legendary figure. So it is believed that Kuhengu lost his life along with 43 Muslim warriors in a battle when the ruler of Kozhikode attacked Malabar about 290 years ago. So Kunhelu belonged to the goldsmith community, and he joined his Muslim friends in the war, which started over an issue of tax collections. So every year a group of Muslims gather at the Waliangadi Jumma Masjid to pray homage to the martyr who is buried at the mosque. So the descendant of Kunhelu are also invited during the prayer meetings. The third one, when Hindus and Sikhs help repair the mosque, the people from the Sikh and Hindu communities helped repair an old mosque in Nathwal village near Ludhiana. They also took the care of more than 65% of repair expenses. The project cost was around 25 lakhs, of which rupees 15 lakhs was contributed by Sikh and Hindus. The three communities live in peace in the village, Muslim and Hindus contributing to the Gurudwara work as well. Next one, when Hindus helped a Muslim couple deliver a baby. So 27 years old Elias Sheikh was taking his pregnant wife to the hospital in a taxi in Mumbai, but Noor Jahan went into the labor midway, and to the couple shocks, the cab driver asked them to leave as he did not want to her to deliver the baby in his car. So, spotting a Ganesha temple at a distance, the couple walked towards it and were helped by a group of women who created a makeshift delivery room in the temple. They helped in the successful delivery of the baby boy. To recommend these gestures and faithful as named her son Ganesha. Next one, when a Muslim man performed his friend's last rites following all Hindus rituals. When Santosh Singh lost his life to a terminal disease, his friend Rajak Khan Tikari, a Muslim, performed his last rites following all Hindus rituals. He set a very touching example of how religions can never be barrier when it comes to a true friendship. Razak is a resident of Chhattisgarh and he had been friends with Santosh for many years. So Santosh and his family were not very well off. So after Santosh's death, Razak also helped his friend's wife financially. Next one, when Ganesh Chaturthi and Bakri Eid were celebrated in the same pandal. So during the celebration of Bakri Eid this year, many Muslim devotees in Mumbai were seen performing their prayers inside a Ganpati pandal. So how did this happen? So when members of Seva Sangh Ganesh Chaturthi Mandal in Kolaba saw that the Madrasi Rahmatiya Talimul Quran Mosque could not recommended all the devotees who had turned up to the offer their prayers. They invited them to the pandal meant for Ganesha Chaturthi celebration so they could pray in the peace. Number 7, beyond caste and religious, the inmate of a jail fast of Ramjan together. So to show the solidarity with their Muslim friends, all inmates of Ludhiana jail decided to fast during the Ramjan. So Muslim inmates in the jail celebrate Diwali and Guru Purab with the Hindus and Sikh inmates in the same spirit. Number 8, a Muslim decided to translate the Hanuman Chalisa into Urdu. See, Abid Albi, a Muslim youth, has translated the Hindu prayers that is the Hanuman Chalisa, into the Urdu with a view that it will unite the two communities as they will understand each other's culture and belief better. So the resident of Jainpur, Uttar Pradesh, Abid took 3 months to complete the translations. He wishes that Urdu books should not be converted to Hindi and vice versa. So number 9, a Hindu man decided to write Prophet Muhammad's biography in Marwari. So Paigambar o Paigam. So Raju Sharma read about the Prophet Muhammad and was impressed by his teaching. So he wrote a book about him in Marwani, a religion language of Rajasthan. The 12-page long book called as Paigambar to Paigam talks about the life of Prophet Muhammad. The book is available for free on Sharma's e-library, so which has a collection of over 300 books. So number last 10. This Muslim performs who sings kirtans. So Sheikh Riwajuddin Abdul Ghani, so he better known as Raju Baba Kirtankar, is seen singing Mira Bhajans while balancing a water-filled pot on his head. So this 73 years old from Beed city in Maharashtra was fascinated by the Hinduism when he was a child and used to sit outside temples to learn kirtans. Eventually, he was accepted by Hindus in the temple and started singing there. So, on realizing that people were falling asleep during the kirtans, he decided to give them a twist with the dancing, singing routines he used to sing while bringing water from the river, and that gave him the idea of adding a pot to the performance. So, this is the way to develop the communal harmony. So, education and experiment through the education, science, technology, engineering. Next one, safety and security. Third one is prosperity, that is the economical development and absence of complacency. Next one, the health and clean environment of the society. Third one, next one is the fourth one, entertainment and harmony and hopes. So in the first, education and experiment through the education, that is the science education, technology and engineering. So in this case, a good education is the foundation of successful human life. That is, the education is the harbinger of social progress, and education provides the building blocks of a great nations. So there must be a free, compulsory and quality education for all. Next one, a true education must inculcate or educate the following among its students, that is the knowledge, brightness and control of mind civilizations. Second one is the safety and security. So in safety and security of society and nation must be strictly enforced. Next one is prosperity, that is economical development and absence of complacency, that is through generation of sufficient power, creating infrastructure through the trained, efficient, honest, healthy labor force, human resource development, and through advanced agriculture business. trade, manufacturing industries. So health and clean environment of the society, that is the healthy populations is a happy populations, and that leads to a healthy nation. Next one is the entertainment. So let us have the development of arts, crafts, music, dance, drama. So all varieties of fine arts and creativity. However, we have to remember that economic development leads to a better life. So luxurious life involving arts and music. Excess of it leads to luxurious lethargy and laziness, inertia and inactivity. If it is allowed to develop to set in, it follows with the beginning of the downfall. Next one is harmony and hope. So social harmony is a bedrock of democracy. So it is the essence of prosperity and harbinger of justice. Without harmony among the different sections of the society, neither knowledge pro- proceeds further nor the economic prosperity. So justice and protection is denied to unprivileged peoples. Thank you.